Welcome back, everyone, to the Weekend Warning. It feels like it's been forever since I've sat in this chair greeting you guys. I'm your host, Jeff, and this is Jeff's Junction. We are going to look at, well, you probably already know from the title and thumbnail, this is Sick, live on Jimmy Kimmel. It was a suggestion a while back on the post that I created on my page where I asked you guys to go in and let me know what you want to see. I was hoping to generate a list that I can keep going back to, and I wouldn't have to rely on my phone to keep track, because I was losing my request lists. I would delete them accidentally. It's a common occurrence for me, deleting things accidentally. It happens too frequently, actually, which is why I wear this hat. It hides all the grays. This is a suggestion on that post on my page. You can go to my page and you can find that post. I believe it says, yes, get ready to react, and there's a fire emoji. What song should I dive into next? If you go in there, I go back to this. I'm going back to it regularly because I want to get at all those suggestions that are in that list before I start jumping into others. However, I have specific days that I do certain bands. Friday being the warning, and Dimash on Sundays. And so sometimes I have to jump back and forth to find artists, the right artists for those days. The warning, however, seems like there was no shortage. Anyhow, back to the viewer who suggested this song. This is Adenda Villa 5153. I said it like it's one word because what is it? Ad and a villa, maybe? Adanda Villa? I don't know. Who knows? Without underscores, I'm just guessing. I've told you guys this before that I listen to the Vision Radio podcast. That's a drum and bass podcast where they feature bits of songs, new tracks, new drum and bass, and the hosts, they're always trying to guess what the name is, right? Based on like YouTube names. Like you can never figure it out. If it's a bunch of letters like that are not familiar to me. This particular viewer could be coming from, say, another country where it's a common word. Or like in one case, there was a gentleman from the U.S., Ron Raskin. I was reading it and I was like, I've never heard the last name Raskin before. And I was like, is it Ron R as kind? I couldn't figure it out. And then a couple individuals, or one individual, commented to me and said, it's Ron Raskin, Jeff. Get with the program. McFly. Anyway, I digress. This is the warning. I'm doing my best. I am not a pro. This is just a hobby. So you guys know I do have a full-time job. I have a full-time life. I have kids, a wife. I keep myself quite busy. And when I have free time, like I do right now, I do a reaction. I have content in the future I'm looking to expand into. Exciting stuff. I won't get into it, but there is something in the works. And I hope it's well received because I'm looking to expand. The niche of reaction videos is, it's not really a niche anymore. There's so many creators out there doing this work in this avenue, in these lanes. And I know that there's some really good ones out there. And so what I can do with my limited expertise in editing and whatnot is I can expand the content to give my audience more to look at, so to speak. So hopefully that is well received. I don't know when that's going to happen, but it's going to happen at some point. We're going to give it a shot. I've tried things. they've failed. I've tried things and they've worked. One thing that has worked is the weekend warning, and that's why we're here. So let's get into this song, and yeah, let's just rock. Let's rock it out together. This is Sick, live on Jimmy Kimmel. This was the suggestion to do Sick live on Jimmy Kimmel, so that's what we're doing. Oh shoot, hang on. I almost swore there. I almost said the S word. I have to put on the audio to my headphones. Currently it's set up on these beautiful Focal power desktop speakers. I'm not sponsored. Focal, I've had these things for many years, probably 15 years, and I love them. They're great. I've transported them, and I'd go to like my girlfriend's house, and you know, she had a TV and she was using the speakers on the TV, and I was like, oh, this isn't gonna work. And so I'd bring these over, and we plug them in, and boom, we got sound. And she's like, these are great. I want these. And I'm thinking like, well, we're just gonna use them this time. I'm taking them home after this. Anyway, it is what it is.
Their tour starts September 13th in Boston. Here to celebrate Don Julio's Summer of Mexicana. Playing the song Sick from their album Keep Me Fed. The Warning!
Yeah, I'll go back. I can't help it. As soon as I hear the first note, I'm just reminded why I have a day dedicated to the warning. It's just instantly, I'm like, oh yeah. Like, why don't I listen to them more often? It's because of this channel. This channel prevents me from listening to new music from the warning because I want to give you guys that first genuine reaction. And hopefully, in time, I'll run out of their music, and then I can just rock out to their music on the daily.
The Warning!
Who is that guy? It's rockin'! I can't help it. I gotta stop. So I was reading in the comments on Psychotic that I did last week, and I'd stopped at one point and then jumped over to this post so that I could find the song to react to. And I remember that the next comment in the line, I swear it said, Pow is the writer. And so I went back as I was rocking out to this song, loving it, feeling the energy, how well put together the song was. And I was like, you know what? I want to find that comment. And so Jacques Damour says, Pow is the main writer usually. And so, like, that's pretty wicked, okay, for one. So Pow's the main writer usually, whatever that means. What the other thing is I'm trying to figure out is who writes the music? Like, who pieces all of this together? So I really like to kind of like, if there's a video somewhere that explains their process, that would be super cool. I remember watching some docus of like Leonard Skinner docu. That was wicked. Did you guys see that? That is a good documentary. Sad. of course. They talk about the plane crash. You know, they're like the place they created most of their music. There's a whole lot of information. Documentaries on artists like that are just so cool. There is no shortage of documentaries on music. Like Elvis was a good one. Ray. Oh, there's so many good ones. Anyway, I just want to understand if it's like Powell writes the lyrics and then comes up with a beat, and then the other girls kind of put their, formulate their like guitar or bass. I just want to get it because these songs are so well put together, like so well. Like they have, they're so catchy. They're so easy to like. I get bop my head to them every single time as soon as they start, and like just the timing of the drops, the chorus, like everything is timed perfectly. It's so easy to see why they're so successful. Right? I had to cut that off. Just put it back a few seconds here. Here we go. So clean. Yeah. That's sick. That was sick. Yeah, that was sick. All right, so like little bits, things I'm just always trying to find, something good to leave it on. Looks like she's talking to the audience here. Anyway, well put together song, super catchy, easy to bop your head to, high energy, like every bit of it to me screams like banger, anthem. Anthem is the right word. This song screams rock anthem of the year. I could see it hitting, number one in the charts on every rock station, every rock list. You would hear it at a rock bar, always on someone's playlist. That's what I think. It has every element that a really good radio song needs. Or like I usually went to the clubs that were dance music, and so I'm trying to remember, there was this one alternative club that I would go to. It was called Reactor in Windsor, Ontario, and they would play alternative music, like you would hear Trage and stuff like that. They're like, I don't like, so there's one in Michigan, Harpo's. I know there's some American listeners here. Anyone from Detroit? Did you go to Harpo's? I heard that was the metal club. Anyway, like I could see this being one of those songs that wherever they play rock music, this is on. Or like when you have like an event, like I don't even know, like a drag race show or something. Like these girls could headline any type of wicked party like that, and I would see this song being one of the top ones in the list. Like you could start with this one, you could finish with this one. Towards the end of the song, they started playing the guitar, like the guitar sound at the end. It kind of sounded a bit to me like a Rage Against the Machine kind of feel. Now, I don't like to compare groups. I don't like to do that. Like, I do know that I heard a little bit of Black Sabbath in them in one of their previous songs that I did. And you know what? It just is what it is. I heard a sound and I was like, ooh, I could hear that riff played on a stage with Rage Against the Machine. That's all I'm saying. Recently, I started looking into Bandmade. I got a couple songs. I got one actually coming out, dropping on Saturday, and I've had people tell me that they are friends with The Warning, and I think that's super cool. I love that bands connect. Like look at Avril Lavigne, right? She married the guy from Nickelback. I think it's super cool. It's a whole different life that these people they live. They're people just like you and me. Even myself, like I was thinking about it today. I had my hat down low over my eyes. I was walking into the hospital, and I had my hat down low because the wind was crazy. But part of me was like, who else wears their hats down low? Movie stars, that don't want to be seen in public. Now, I'm not a movie star, and I thought about Damon from Daily Driven Exotics. That guy wears no hat. He walks around with his head held high, and I bet you he gets recognized. But he's got 4 million followers, right? And so, I think Canadians are a little different. That's what I think. But these girls, there's no way they couldn't walk in public with no hat on, without hiding their face. They get rushed probably every time. And I think that it's great. All I'm saying is that it's great that they're able to connect with people who are on the same path as they are. Super popular, well-known, fans go crazy for them. Bandmade, super huge, Japanese. Look them up if you haven't. Those girls, they rock, okay? These girls rock so hard. It's just so cool to be, led down this path as I've been from my viewers. To experience new bands, but like just because you guys suggested it to me. You seen one of my videos and said, you got to check out The Warning. And that's how it happened. You got to check out The Warning. And I'm like, what's The Warning? I had no idea it was 3 girls from Mexico. 3 young girls who sound like they've been doing this for decades. That's how good they are. They've got that, and so that's the thing about this this channel of mine, is that you guys suggest to me the best out there. That's what I'm getting from a lot of the suggestions, and I'm learning that even more recently, when I thought that I've already had enough, and someone throws a suggestion, you got to check out this little girl, and I'm like blown away by the talent. And that's what I'm getting from this, is that you guys let me know the professionals, and I think it's so cool to experience that, to learn about them. I've hit the like button. I should even do that for this one. This was so good. I want to hear it again. I want to hear. I want to hear the studio version. This was so cool. This was actually really good. This was such a really good live performance. But I don't want to hit like on this performance because I don't want to hear this guy at the beginning introducing them. I just want to hear the song. So I'm going to go back and I'm going to find, like the studio here, official music video. And I'm trying to hit pause, hit the like button, and so then yeah, if it pops up in my feed, it's gonna be, I'm not gonna have to listen to that guy introduce them. That's what I'm thinking. I don't know if you guys can hear that because it's not in the OBS studio that I'm using to record this, so I wonder when I play it over here if you guys can hear that. So it'll be interesting to see. Anyway, this has went on too long. I ramble like crazy. I want to have more information for you guys that has to do with, your love, the warning. I don't have that info. I need to spend more time researching so that I can come at you with some really cool facts. That's what I think I need to do. That might be the step up I need on my channel. It's not the flashing lights and the cool sounds. It's relevant information. I give you guys a little bit about what's going on in my life because I feel like that's kind of part of the channel. It's my story as well. But you guys want to hear relevant information about the warning, I think. At the very least, if you didn't know about Bandmade, now you do. Band-made. Like made. Like, a person that like cleans up after you. Bandmade. Check them out. They are hardcore. These girls are hardcore. Look them up. I'll drop a link. I'm just going to write EM. And then I'll tell me to drop a link for you guys. So check them out. This was really cool. Thanks again for the suggestion on this one. I don't know where Ad and Avila 5153. Thank you so much for this one. Really glad I was able to get to this one for you. And yeah, I'll just keep the suggestions coming. Let me know what your favorite song is. This one here is my favorite today. There's been so many good ones, but I love this one already. I'm telling you that much. I gotta go. I'm rambling. So thanks for coming by. Thanks for the support. Thanks for checking us out. And thanks for the suggestions. And let me know where you're calling from. And we'll catch you guys on the next one. Stay blessed.